Live. So let's give a few minutes to see if other people can join on. Welcome to RV Small Talk Live on April 4th. So you may notice that it is just me. So while you're jumping on board with this, I actually don't see anyone on yet, but. I see one, and that's Paul. So, hey, Paul. So as you are coming on board, you may notice that it is me solo this Friday. PJ over here, and Lindsay usually here, and me over there. PJ and Lindsay are off on a family trip with all of, I don't know, I guess PJ's siblings and families or someone. Anyways, they're all off on an airplane flying to some beautiful beach somewhere. So I get to hold down the fort for the RV Small Talk Live this week. So I see a few people on with us. If you are joining us for this Friday Live, go ahead and tell me who you are and where you're watching from down in the comment section wherever you're watching from. So I'm looking for who you are and where you are from in the comments, just to let me know that you're here. So again, welcome to Friday Live RV Small Talk. It is just me, Clint, from the RV Small Talk podcast. Paul has joined us from across the room. I can actually throw something and actually hit him in the head right now, but I'm not going to do that because I'm a stand-up fine citizen of this RV camping community. So, I know that many of you are getting going on your camping trips. Hey Dana, I see Facebook user. Hey Clint, my guess is that you're on the community group, so I can't tell who you are, but I see that you are here. Anyways, I imagine most of you are about ready to roll out, or you've already rolled out on your camping season. Some of your stuff. So Jack Kirtland from Pflugerville. Hey Jack. I live in Pflugerville as well. And Marcella Lugo, hey, good to have you on board. Thank you for joining us. So I'm coming up with a trip for my family. It's been something that we've been talking about for the better part of a year. My wife's family oftentimes goes to the southwestern part of Colorado in the summer months because it's a great place to fish and get together and camp. But I want to do something a little bit different this year. I have never camped in a national forest before. And in particular, I'm going to be trying to take my family to the Rio Grande National Forest in the southwestern part of Colorado. And that comes up with some new things that I have not had to deal with before. I am used to doing state parks or Corps of Engineer parks, things that are easy like that, or even hip camp. I'm used to doing hip camp where you have a site, it's all designated, you roll up at your reservation time and you may stop somewhere, and it's easy. But I'm going to try to do something at the Rio Grande National Forest that I am I'm very not aware of how to do. And that is, I intend to do some dispersed camping with my family in a small trailer. And hey Angela, happy Friday. It is too quiet here. But I'm going to do dispersed camping without hookups in a national forest, Rio Grande National Forest. And it's first come, first served sites wherever you park. Quota. Have you ever done that before? Because I'm going to be trying to get ideas, tips, or tricks. Or if you have questions on how to do this as well, this might be a good time for us to think about it, maybe discuss it a little bit. So, if you have ever taken a trip to National Forest land or BLM land that you just hope to get a spot when you arrive, because we're going to be traveling 18, 20 hours with my kids, with the trailer. Where have you gone and what have you done? How do you up your chances of having a spot? What do you look for? So, tips and tricks. Drop them in the comments and let me see how to do this trip to Colorado. So here's our plan. We're going to Rio Grande National Forest. Again, drop me comments to let me know if you've done this or not. It's going to take us, like I said, 18 to 20 hours of driving. And we're going to be in that Upper Beaver Creek or Big Meadows area without reservations. So we're going to have to haul in our own water. The trailer I have does not have a massive tank for water. It has an 8-gallon tank. And then I'm going to take another 5-gallon jug that I have. I might have to get more. I don't currently have a generator for power. So I do have 100-watt solar, which will maybe help keep it topped off. I'm going to have to up that solar. So Andrea Rogers headed out in 2 weeks to do the same thing. Andrea, where are you going? And what's your setup going to be? Are you going Colorado? Are you going somewhere else? What kind of format? Are you car camping, tent camping, RV camping, taking a trailer, truck camper? Have you done it before? Because I'm looking for assistance in thinking this through. So I'm obviously going to be thinking about the basics, baseline. I need enough water for a family of 4, 2 small kids. And I need to make sure I have enough battery power. But the nice thing about camping in that area is it just doesn't get too hot during the day. And it can get pretty cool at elevation. I'm probably looking at 8,000 feet or higher in elevation. Yeah. So my small camper is it's an Intech Discover. It's in their Flyer series. It's technically a small toy hauler, but if I put a toy in there, there's not much space for anything else. It has 2 tip out queen size beds. That kind of, here's a queen size bed and there's a queen size bed off the sides. Pretty handy. And this is the trick that I bought my new, to me, pickup truck for. It has the 3.5 EcoBoost engine from Ford with the Max Tow package, because I figured at elevation I would like to still have as much of that torque and power as I could. So I got that truck with elevation towing in mind. Any tips on how to secure that site? Yeah, possibly. I could possibly use tent sites. Andrew's heading to the San Juan Mountains, another kind of bucket list area I'd love to head to. But this is my trial run, and I think the reason I'm going to the southwest part of Colorado is because that's an area, at least, that I'm used to, heading around the Pagosa Springs area. And I know that there are some paid campgrounds around. I don't know if I'm going to have luck finding a site. If I can't get in one of those first come first serve sites, then I may have trouble finding a paid site. I think I'll be fine. And truth be told, hey Facebook user, hey, not really sure who you are, so drop me a line who you are. Andrea has a tag with solar and a generator, taking extra water and gas. Absolutely. I think this is a good time to be kind of not Facebook? Wow, I'm on Facebook. Yikes. Boy Scout style, Girl Scout style prepared, where you try to think of every base that you might need to cover and take things for that with your first aid kits, water, food, generator, power consumption needs, and things like that. Hey, Mandy. Water, I'm going to take as much as I can find a way to take. And I think I will try to pick up one of those little generators just as a backup, because my truck doesn't have one of those built-in generators, just to top off. But I think while I'm at altitude in Colorado, I'm not going to be worried about cold so much. I might, or about keeping the air conditioner going. I might think about ways to heat the trailer at night because it can get pretty cold at elevation even in summertime. But I've tent camped up there with sleeping bags and it was a lot of fun. So I also have little Mr. Heater buddy heater that I might use up there as well. My problem with that is that that I might have to find propane bottles there in Colorado. Maybe easy, maybe not. And one of the reasons for that is those little green Coleman propane bottles that you can get at Walmart or sports stores. They're technically not allowed to cross state lines, as I understand it. You have to get like a Flame King or one of the other ones that are rated for some higher rating that allows you to travel and carry them across state lines. I don't know the specs, the facts on that. I just have heard it, so I'm gonna have to research that as well. So, truth be told, we do have a little bit of a backup. We have reservations at a campground that we know is not too far from the national forest. And what we'll do is, if we need them, we will camp at that place. I think it's at, it might actually be at Big Meadows that we've found a site. So we might do that first day or night there at Big Meadows and use that as a place for me to, if I need to, I can detach the truck, the tow vehicle, and then hang out at the entrance of the national forest and wait for someone to depart. What we're going to do, our plan is I'll get off work on Friday, and we may leave from work on that Friday and get as far as Snyder, Texas, and spend the night in Snyder, Texas, and do the rest of the drive to southwestern Colorado the next day. If we can't leave after work on Friday, just because we're exhausted or whatever, the kids' packing didn't go so well, we will instead do early Saturday morning leave and drive from Pflugerville. See you, Jack. Thanks for joining us as long as you could. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to, if we have to leave on Saturday, leave first thing Saturday morning and drive all the way to Dumas, Texas, where my sister's family lives. Sister lives. Spend the night at their place in Dumas and then do the drive. So that's a 9+ hour drive from here to Dumas if we do that. So that's my plan, to drive safely, slowly with a trailer, and try to be at the gate as early as I can on Sunday. On Sunday. Hopefully the weekend crowd that camps at the National Forest will be dispersing and heading back to their respective homes or whatever, and then I will have early dibs. But I never have. So if you're just joining us, again, Lindsay and PJ, they're on a family trip right now, and so I'm trying to hold down the fort, if you will. If you've ever done any first come first serve camping at a national forest, drop some tips and tricks for me down in the comment section. I would love to see what you got, and if you have experiences, drop them in the comments. If you have photos, I won't be able to post the photos, I don't think, but drop them in the comments and we will share that. Have you ever done a trip like that with kids? Do you have any tips on how to cover the miles like that? Because we're looking at 20-ish hours with kids trapped in a truck, and maybe some tips on how to break them in to being in a dispersed camping scenario. Most of my camping has been at state parks, Corps of Engineer parks, or HIP camp scenarios. Food prep. So what I'm thinking for food prep is obviously try to plan out days and all that, but I think I'm going to do a combination to a degree of some of those pre-prepped camping meals that you can find at Academy or what have you. I've actually enjoyed some of those. I've enjoyed like the beef stroganoff, some of the breakfast things like that. There's always this weird, it's been freeze dried kind of tinge to it, but I grew up eating weird things, and I've continued that tendency as an adult for some reason. So I'm okay with it. But also maybe some pre-prepped frozen meals. Always the fallbacks on kid snacks and all that. They're indestructible till the kids eat them. So what have you. Anything else? Any other thoughts? How to prepare for this long trip, and how to do first come, first served sites. All right. Well, I don't think I have anything else, and I do know I have a printer to fix in parts, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off and see if I can get the parts department up and running. Give a shout out to Lindsay and PJ. They're out traveling, so if you see them pop in on social, wish them well. And until next time, we will see you, and we will have a new episode out for you, hopefully Sunday evening of the podcast. All right, everybody, take care.